Hello and welcome to Let's Blank Today. We're spending preterm Wheel of Rams people doing today. And today I got for when I was playing it, I did a demo for a new card game coming out called Dragoborne, Rise to Supremacy. And this was the promo deck they're handing out for anybody that went and demoed the game. And it's a very interesting game. Let's open this up and get rid of this noisy plastic. It's a very interesting game. So you have dice that will randomize what actually happens in the game, as well as it plays kind of like a Magic the Gathering, but with some random effects thrown in. So, with our promo, we got a rule book. So pretty straightforward. The rules are pretty simple and actually kind of pretty easy to do. You'll have a deck of three dice, and the colors will probably change. With this deck, we got red, green, and yellow. There's at least one other color, I believe. And then here is a playmat. So you'll be fighting to take out people's forts, to capture their banners. Yes. No. Sorry, these are something different. These are basically your energy. You're fighting to take out forts and destroy them. So you have your deck, ambush. You can place some traps for them to run into. Turn flow. So you have your stand, your dice step, which you'll roll the dice, and they'll correspond to what certain things will do as you come across them. Then your main phase, your combat phase. And on the back, got a nice poster. So if I ever get another one, I can get this mounted and on the wall and looking pretty. So, let's go through our deck. We have a Sun-Scale Dragon, a Bountiful Angel, a Logger Swiftblade, Elathis Bless, and this is, depending on what the yellow die is, if it's between 1 and 3 or 4 and 6, can do two different effects when it's played or activated, but has a main effect, and then one or the other will take effect based on what the I can't even think what the dice rolled. And this looks like, yep, this is our yellow banner, which is the Shield of Logris. So we'll keep that separate because that's going to be different place than the rest of these. The Prismatic King, Primate Javelineer, Blood Scent Arachnid, and then our green banner, Rune Mark of Tyr Ninog. And we have the Runic Black Battlesmith. Excuse me. Wandering Orc, Bone Club Giant, Hidden Blade, Harpy Huntress, Goblin Madcat, Torch, Pyroblast, and then our red banner, Standard of Tyrannus. So, at the top of each of these cards is the cost. When you start each deck, each turn you'll draw and flip over a card which will be added to your energy pile. So you're always going to get energy coming in. And you'll have to pay, like Magic, at least one of the color above. So Torch got 1 red and 2 to make the 3. But then on top of that, cards like Torch choose a creature and deal X damage to it, where X is the value of one of your red dice. So if I was playing a deck with 2 reds and had 2 different red, I can choose the higher. But beginning each turn, you'll roll these out, and then you'll... So if I played Torch that turn, it'd be 2 damage. Whereas I could get lucky, roll a 6, and have it deal 6 damage. But then, yeah, you can assign these to creatures you play on your fort, or as defenses to be a 6 defense that they have to break through in order to get to the fort, or a +1 counter on a creature so they can deal additional +1/+1. You have your attack and your endurance, so your attack has to beat out the endurance of another creature. Some cards have auto. When this creature is summoned, it gets a +1/+0 for the turn. And then a continuous, this creature gets +1/+1, and that's for if it's... Because your forts are based off of 3 random cards that will be shuffled and face down. If I remember this... this indicator here is if it's one that was busted open when they took the fort. It can, I think, yeah, it gets summoned and you can, oh no, that's when you bust a fort. This creature gets a +1. This symbol is when your forts get busted open, it gets summoned. So if they break through it, it gets summoned to the field. Lots of fun, random stuff. So what's under here will be completely random. So if I remember, you'll shuffle, throw them out, throw out the top 3, then you draw your hand. Start of your turn will be a random card, which could end up being a nice, decent card that you could have used. But you'll continuously get energy throughout the game. What some cards will do will be different based on what you roll. Actually, I think this might pertain to that. I'm not sure. I have to read through the instructions more. It's been a while since I demoed this, and I just played it that one time. But yeah, you can play creatures out to a fort. You can have 2 to a fort. You can play a spell as an ambush that if they attack into that will trigger. You can only have 2 creatures to a fort. These help defend, so they have to get through the creature before they can attack the fort, so they'd have to get through both creatures to get to the fort. I'm going to have to pick up another deck, so that way I can play with another friend, and then I can show you how this game gets played out. It's a rather fun and interesting game. It's not just all about skill and building a proper deck. It's somewhat luck-driven, too. Although there can probably be some skill involved in rolling. But skill in playing with how your luck rolls out. So, fun, interesting game that can go any way. Be sure to check it out. Dragonborne Rise to Supremacy. As you saw on the back, it came out August 2017. It is now October, so it has been out for at least a month to 2, depending on the time frame that you watch this, if not more. So be sure to check it out. I had fun playing the demo. Pretty interesting game. Be sure to check out for fun stuff, and at some point in the future I will try to pick up some more cards and get these played out. So until next time, be sure to like, comment, subscribe down below. And here's my last promo code for now. So enter this into Pokemon Trading Card Game Online, get yourself a free booster pack, let me know what you get. Hopefully it's something good. Bye.